Welcome to Adding Decorators Part 1. So in this lecture, I'm going to continue on from the previous lecture on using class attributes and modules by working with the delivery class. I'm going to be answering questions with decorators. So the first decorator we're going to create in this lecture is how long the customer took to decide what dishes to choose from. Then in the second lecture, we're going to create our second decorator. That's going to be answering the questions of what date and time the customer ordered, and is this a regular or new customer? Okay, so before we go about creating our decorator, we have to clear up our delivery class a little bit. So you can either delete or comment out some code. So I'm going to just comment out the prices class attribute. I'm going to have extras as a new class attribute, and it's going to be a string of sweet corn soup. And then I'm also going to just delete this actually. So I'm not using the random module anymore at all. And then I'm going to also get rid of the rounds. So just hold the control or command if you're a Mac user. Just hold that button, and then I'm just going to highlight also the opening parentheses. So I'm going to get rid of that, and consequently we're going to get rid of the val with the asterisk and the 2 and the closing parentheses, like so. And just delete that. It should be good to go. And I'm also going to get rid of the print self.order. So we don't really need that. It was just for demonstration purposes. And lastly, I'm going to just modify the pay method. So I'm going to have if total greater than 30 colon print. It's going to be F for formatting. We've also included a free delivery dot extras. That's going to be the sweet corn soup. Else none. Okay, and lastly I'm going to put in the round built-in Python function, excuse me. That's going to be round, and then put in a 2 here, and it's going to have 4 closing parentheses in total, so it's a little bit confusing without many parentheses here, but just make sure you have 4 there, and you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 here, so it's even on both sides. Okay, so just run that. And all I'm going to do is create an instance of my delivery class. We'll put in free, 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 and free with 0, because the free is going to access veg noodles, which is $8.75. So that's the most expensive of the lot. So I should get the free soup. So $40.25. We've also included a free sweet corn soup. Okay, so I have to do less than that. Let's say I just do 1 and 1 again, then 0. I should just get the price and no freebie of the sweet corn soup. As you can see here, $17.25. Alright, so let's create our first decorator. That's going to be telling us how long it took for the customer to decide what dishes to choose. So I'm going to create a new one under the pay method. So it's going to be def, and it's going to be decision time, self func colon. We'll have print how long it takes for the customer to choose. And then we'll have def, or define rather I should say, customer time args quargs, and we'll import time module, then start equals time.times. This is pretty similar to what you've seen before, I'm sure. F equals, so I'll do this as dec1 equals func, and then we'll have end equals time.time, and then we'll do duration equals, I'm just going to scroll down a little bit so we can focus on the decision time here, and this is going to be end minus start times 1000, and then we'll have divided by 1000. Put in the rounds, and then we'll have 2. Just make sure I've got this correct here. Get rid of that one there, that's fine. And then we'll do a print of the time was seconds dot format duration, and then we'll do return dec1 and return customer time. Run that, Okay, so that should be good to go. And all we're going to do now is just remove that and do D, then we'll have dec1 equals d.tab. So we've got our decision time decorator, then d.tab, you've got choose, so how long it takes for the customer to choose, and then I'll do dec1 on that. So this one really quick. So you got just under 3 seconds here for the outputs, and I'll try a little bit longer this time. Let's say I do 3, then 2, and then 1, and then 0. So you got just under 9 seconds here. And just try one more. So 1 and 0. So you got just under 2 seconds. Okay, so that concludes my lecture on part 1 of adding decorators to our classes. And in the next lecture, I'm going to answer the other 2 questions, which are what date and time the customer ordered, and is this a regular or new customer with our second decorator. Okay, so I'll see you in the next lecture.